Welcome everyone to the 101 Pilots podcast. I am Lisa Timmons and I have my lovely co-host Chris Quintos coming at you live on location.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Oh my God.
Today we're chatting about the morning show, Reese's show, as it was.
Reese's
fondly-
show. When I texted Chris to ask for a reminder on what show we were doing, she said, Reese's show. And I was like, I know exactly what she's talking about.
And Jennifer's show, Reese and Jennifer's show. I mean,
can I just tell you,
please.
First of all, this was the first time that you and I had not seen a pilot prior to. Usually either I've seen it or you've seen it, but this time I got to watch it thinking to myself, I wonder what my girl Chris is thinking about this first reaction.
Oh, you mean right when he wakes up on the floor of the room
the drama,
and is just
Mark Duplass. Yes.
Mark Duplass, yes. I was going to say it's one of the Duplass brothers. Mark Duplass
drama.
just wakes up. Yeah, he just like, I was like, oh, Mark Duplass, it's been a minute. Hi.
It has. You know what? This gave me everything because
Same.
When white people are acting the way that they would in a telenovela, I mean, the drama, the camp, the
yes.
Oh, here we go. This is one of my favorite tropes of all time.
Yeah.
Is a troubled rich white lady, powerful, perfectly polished, staring out of a rain-soaked window, drinking her preferred cocktail. I was like, yes, girl, let's kill that husband. Let's plot. Let's sell those shares. It was just rich, powerful, white lady cosplay fabulousness.
Yes. It's so, yes.
I lived for it. I had a feeling you would get into it too. The level of camp is perfect for me.
I really enjoyed it. Yes, I definitely enjoyed it. Like, I was like, oh, I have to watch the next episode, clearly.
Same.
Which is not free on because you can watch the first one free.
Oh,
that's what.
That right?
Yeah, I don't have Apple Plus yet or whatever, but I guess I'm gonna.
Well, that's how they get you is with a good pilot, right? There you go, guys.
It was so good. I loved the drama.
You know what it made me think about too was I once read an article about Kelly Ripa, and it was a little blurb in like Us Weekly or something where she talked about her day. And this is when she still had a sitcom on the air. And she was like, and it made me think of the Jennifer Aniston character where she's like, well, I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. I jump on the treadmill. I have 3 macadamia nuts, and then I have an espresso. I charge into work, I film my show, and then, I go film my other show. And then, my husband and I, we've never seen each other, but we have children and it's fine.
Yeah. I do enjoy myself a little Kelly Ripa. She, of the ladies up there.
Yeah.
She's very honest, I think.
Well, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a lie, but I'm falling for it. Yeah, I just loved, when she's like when Jennifer Aniston, I was going to call her Meredith Vieira, but that's not.
I love that.
When Meredith Vieira was making her coffee, but was downing a Red Bull while she was making the coffee, I was like,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to say, yes, this show's very white in terms of like the main cast of characters, which,
my God. I wrote that in my notes. Oscar's so white. I wrote that. Yes.
How about I would like to, you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. Representation is super important to us, but sometimes it's so frustrating. Oh my God. Okay, you guys can't necessarily see this, but Chris Quintos has a coffee mug that matches her shirt that she just very casually picked up. It's stripes, like her shirt, like the gingham in the background.
You're right.
This is a woman of many patterns.
Hello. Yes. Sorry. Please go on. Yes. Oscar's so white. Yes.
Well, there's even a moment where the supporting Black and brown characters call out tokenism, and then we never see them again in the pilot.
Yes, oh, there was the like production room, I guess I would call it.
Mhm.
When you do these live shows, there's like
Yeah, the
yeah,
newsroom,
yeah, the room while it's happening live, the whole room. And the whole room was just like people of color because that's what happens. So it's
yes,
like when you cast
the
all the leads as
leads.
white, then you fill in the blanks with people of color for equity or inclusion or whatever. But then it just feels like then we just cut to like a room of color. Like I don't understand. Like I was like, what is this? Why is this just why are all the people of color in one room? I don't understand.
Yeah, yes, making the show actually happen behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
that
Is that
too.
what they're doing?
Yes, for sure.
But
For
that,
sure.
and it's one of those things where it's like I still want to watch the show because also I want all
Hmm.
those people of color to come back, and even if they have supporting roles, I want them to have jobs.
Yes, I hope. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's just, it's the movement is it's glacial. It's slow. It's but I mean, we'll get there.
Would you?
But like,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you would cast any of the leads as a person of color,
Then we'd have a
then we
Shonda
would.
Rhimes show.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It felt like a campy Shonda Rhimes
Yeah.
drama vibe, women, intrigue, very,
Yes.
like sexual
Mm-hmm.
deviancy or,
Old
looking
guard, new
like,
guard. I
yes, I'm
felt
having
like.
sex with the president. So, but with all white leads.
Yes, all white leads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was definitely a big thing. So I that being said, we can talk about how well the white leads did.
Because here's the thing too. Like Jennifer Aniston has been through it, y'all. Like Jennifer Aniston, when I think
Just
about what must feel like to like I feel like when you see her performance, listen, it's a little over the
mhm.
top, but I'm also like, this is a lady pulling from having gone through a divorce with Brad Pitt with the world watching,
Ugh, I
having to
can't.
deal with her entire reproductive life being asked when she's going to have a baby,
Oh my gosh.
and
Yes.
having to maintain a look
That
that has
is
not changed.
impossible to maintain.
Impossible. When I see her little waist,
Oh jeez.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what
Her
is even
arms.
happening? Her
Yeah. Just like
arms.
everything
She's why
about
I put
her.
on a lip. These ladies, I don't know if you guys can. I was gonna say I don't know if you can hear it in the audio, but I have quite a bold lip. I tried to do. I thought to myself, I'm going to be my own Kelly Ripa. I'm gonna wake up
Yes.
early. I'm
Yes.
gonna watch the show a little bit, pull some notes. I'll do a workout and put on some makeup. Here's what I did. I put some witch hazel on my face to tone it, and then I
Mhm.
put on some makeup. I did not work out. I watched some Real Housewives, pumped myself up with
That's
some
an
Beastie
emotional
Boys,
workout. Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, she is talk about America's sweetheart. I just feel like I've just always felt like that for her. She's a great actor. I mean, she's got like foibles, we all do, but like I just feel like she's just been so magnified. Like we've
Yes,
just watched her every move that I
every
just feel
single excruciating
for her.
life experience. I do too,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's a role perfect for her. And then speaking of people perfect for their
Yes.
roles, can we talk about Southern-fried Reese?
She put on that accent. I was in.
Girl, when she started
I love that
ragging,
accent.
her cameraman about going to Harvard, I was like,
Yes. That was great. That was good. That was good, Reese.
as an alumnus
I
of the
sh-
University of Georgia, I heard that, y'all. I
Ooh.
heard all of that.
Yeah, I mean they're both just like powerhouses. They're both such powerhouses. I did
Oh,
have a
yes.
moment that I tripped out where I was like, is Reese supposed to be 35 in this? Like I was just kind of like,
Girl, when she said she's been in the business for 15 years,
yes,
thought
and
the
I was like,
same
hold
thing.
on. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay, I see." I mean, I don't remember how old they both actually are. It doesn't matter. They look great.
They look
And
well.
also, that's what Hollywood does. That's how we do.
And speaking of looking great, okay, so I happen to know what reporters from the South who've been toiling for 15 years actually look like. Like, it reminded me of when I watched in theaters don't judge me, J-Lo's Second Chance
Okay.
with her and her bestie Leah Remini, because you know what I am? I support the culture, y'all.
You're a
Okay.
J-Lo fan.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Latina and I am a J-Lo fan. And
Yes.
you know what?
Forever.
We don't always support everything she does, but we have to make sure that somebody's buying those damn tickets.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
they're
I
going to be
agree.
like, Latinas don't go to things. So,
And
anyways, no makeover. The only thing is, I would have loved an actual country bumpkin Reese,
mm,
because she shows up looking fly as hell with that
just, oh
perfect
yeah.
hair, this
Perfect.
outfit, the
Yes.
boots.
Yes. Yes. She
I
looks
would have.
amazing.
We
She
were robbed of a bit of a makeover moment.
she could have done, a little like make under, maybe. She could have done
Like,
just a little,
like
or like way too much makeup could have been fun. You're right.
that
We
would have
were
been
robbed of a makeover
so much
moment.
fun. But you know what we weren't robbed of is a Julia Sugar Baker style, speech. And that was the night the lights went out in Georgia. Oh, girl, you know I love a
Yes,
Southern lady ranting about some
I
progressive shit.
about Cole. Yeah.
Hmm.
I wrote about that Reese monologue about Cole, a touch heavy. I just
Girl, can I be real with
but
you? Until the interview with Jennifer Aniston's character, I was like, I'm not totally sure what her position is either.
yes, and I kind of said like, yeah, and I kind of said like, oh, but I didn't realize that might have been purposeful. I mean, I guess I'll have to stay tuned and
Girl,
watch, because
let's find
it
out. We got
felt
to pay
so
for that.
performative. It felt so performative that I was like, wait a minute, what's happening here?
We were
But
all Jennifer Aniston wondering, is it real?
yes, it was. Oh, that was so good. Can we talk about Steve Carell as Matt Lauer? Because
Girl.
because
Everybody is
I
getting their life
love
in these roles. No one
I
gets to
loved
play
it.
these characters.
Oh, he was so good. He's so good. I mean, he was. I remember there was one Daily Show that when I used to watch like religiously,
Yes.
back in the Jon Stewart time, where Steve Carell came back, and he was like, he just kind of sat there. Steve Carell just sat there and said to John, like, I was thinking about buying this place. Because he just was like, he was just like second guy from the left. And
Oh,
now, like,
yes.
look at him.
I mean,
So I love it.
yes,
I'm a
it's so
fan.
much fun. You know who I also really love in this? Billy Crudup should always play a villain. He
Oh
is
my God.
practically twisting a mustache
He was
as he
so
was plotting. Like, and every scene just there's a lady on some railroad tracks with no idea what's coming.
he was a great network villain. I feel like my husband watched it with me and I was like, do you associate most with him with the suit?
I love you just check him on the daily.
oh my, you have to check them. Okay. That's how these relationships work. But yeah, it was just
Oh, that's
I
so
really
fun.
really enjoyed the show. I wish that there were more, people of color in the top leads, but we'll do what we can. The next iteration of the show, perhaps. We'll
Yes.
see.
Oh my gosh. I just loved the back to the Reese thing though, before I forget. Do
Yes.
you remember? And this is when I actually really started liking Reese Witherspoon,
Uh-huh.
was when she got pulled over for that DUI. She got pulled over for drinking and driving or something. The
Okay.
cop filmed her and she did a little rant like that and it went
I
viral. She's like, do you
don't.
know who I am? Do you even have any idea who I am? I am
Oh,
Reese Witherspoon. Da, da, da. She threw on that southern accent to
yes.
just yell at this cop. She went full Georgia sorority white girl. She's not from Georgia, but that's what I associate with. And she just like was like, do you have any, she might as well have been like, do you know who my daddy is? And
Yeah, yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
and that's when I was
I
like,
have to.
it's so fun because it's a little bit messy, Reese, and I had never
Oh,
seen
great.
that because she's so like
Great.
Miss
She's
Type A,
so
Miss
put
Type
together.
A. Yeah, it's like when
Yes.
I fell in love with Christina Aguilera when she got a divorce and gained a bunch of weight, and I was like, girl, you
Yes.
are real now. I want to be your friend.
Yeah. Like the dirty Christina was hard to relate to, but this one.
Yes. I was like, honey, assless chaps.
I get
You know what? I can't relate. Good for you. But now,
but drowning your emotions in food, I understand.
That
like
I can
that
get
I
on board
understand.
with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just love the drama. I love a good drama. I feel like I haven't seen one in a minute, so this was a good one.
Yeah, it was really good. It gave me like Aaron Sorkin walking through
Yes, yeah,
rooms quickly
yeah,
vibes.
totally.
Oh, yeah, it
But
was
it
really,
was
really good.
just a delightful romp.
Oh, so you asked Will who he most related to.
Yes.
I can tell you who I most related to.
Please.
The frizzy-haired assistant working a multi-line phone.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They
Yeah.
purposely did not let that woman put conditioner in her hair to demonstrate how frazzled she is.
Also, how she was running both the phones and the entire like meeting with it. Like they were walking and talking down the hall, and he was giving her to-dos that were like his to-dos.
Insanity. And then when she pushed back for 2 seconds, he's like, "That's not a good joke."
Yeah. But it was like, okay, so she's actually running the thing and working the phones. Like, all right. I hope that her salary reflects both. You know what I mean? Like, cause
I'll tell you what.
she's killing it out there.
I'll tell you, it doesn't.
Of course it doesn't. There's no way. I was wondering, I think I might be Steve Carell.
I was gonna ask you.
Just because I feel like I have just a lot of like anger. Like when he beats the crap out of that TV, I was like,
literally thinking that feels like a Chris Quintos moment.
I would 1,000% do that because yeah, I would 1,000% do it. So yes.
Yeah, I also feel like the moment when Reese just starts screaming in her speech, and it's unintelligible.
Yeah.
I couldn't relate to the speech until that part where I was like, that I would go straight from
the shrieking,
my cameraman down to I'm just screaming at you.
Yeah. That was a good moment too, where she was just shrieking,
just losing it.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Me neither. Also, I love how they're making her. They do this a lot too, with anyone portrayed as being from the South, especially the white people. Your mom is always going to be Grace Under Fire.
Oh yeah, I was going to say yes for sure.
Been moved back in after rehab for what we can all just assume is meth.
Yes. I mean, these days, yes, probably meth. Definitely the opioid crisis. I mean, there's just like, but yeah, you're right. Grace Under Fire is definitely your mom. Like that's,
she's definitely going to be your mom.
And when I heard that voice, I was like, just wrapped in a warm blanket, you know? Like we didn't even see her face. And I was just like, I'm ready to set the table for dinner. Like I am
the paper plates for dinner.
Yes, exactly. They all get to flex their like drama muscles. It was just a delight because she was like, "You're ruining dinner." That was
oh my god, getting to scream at Reese Witherspoon that she's ruining dinner. Like talk about bucket list things happening.
Exactly.
I also really, really love when, especially someone like Reese Witherspoon, who has arguably been a wildly successal actress since she was a teen.
I know. Election.
To play a poor person. Like I was watching, and here's the thing too. Like I'm a big fan of Trixie Mattel and Katya. YouTube series.
Yes.
And Trixie and Katya do this thing that I can't help but do if you come from a certain socioeconomic class.
Yes.
I can't help but notice what everything costs in the room. Like when Jennifer Aniston is looking through that window, I'm like, that's really thick glass.
Yeah.
There's no beating of the rain against that. It doesn't sound like I can't help but see all the price tags on everything. And
sure.
like, oh, it makes me like fantasize about having those kind of problems. Like, oh my God, if my co-anchor had gotten in a scandalo, a sexual,
Yes, yes.
you know that I would be gloating about it. It would mean that I had made it.
Oh my gosh, that moment when she goes into his closet in the dressing, when Jennifer Aniston goes into his closet, I was just like, I mean, it's interesting as people who have creative relationships, like when that
Yes.
stuff dissolves, not intentionally. I mean, look, I've said, like, I have a mantra that's like, creative projects end sometimes. Like, I say that
Yes.
a lot to
It's
myself
like relationships, honestly,
because,
friendships.
yeah,
Sometimes things have a cycle,
right, right.
but to have
But
it
like,
cut
it's
off.
still to have it cut off like that in a messy way, which is not unusual, I will say, for creative types.
Well, you know, I have to say, I feel like it's a
Oh,
good opportunity to
are you?
ask, do you have any escándalos sexuales that I need to know
Yeah,
about?
I was like, are you breaking up with me right now? Oh my God.
Hey, is the Me Too movement going to shut this podcast down before it starts? Is all I need to know from you, Chris Quintos.
Oh my God. I don't know. I said I related to Steve Carell, so I
Yes,
guess it's
you
just a TBD.
did.
Yeah, it's just, but that moment when she goes in there, it's just like, it's heartbreaking because it's, and she sums it up in that monologue when she
When
says,
she,
like, you're not you're not family, you're not my husband, you're not, and you can't be my friend,
no,
like,
exactly.
ugh,
Our
ugh,
life
ugh,
together ended.
it's over.
It's
Yeah,
over.
it's like a real divorce. Yeah,
Yes, it really is. I did really enjoy the idea of with all of the, you know, scandals and things that we're seeing the public side play out. I thought it was really fun to imagine the what if, what it's like behind the scenes, all of the,
yeah,
you know, the hustling to cover things up, or, you know, make a what is it, an environment change or a culture change. Like, I just
yeah,
think that's, I'm
yeah.
excited to see how it plays out in the rest of the episodes.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. And that's rare. Usually, I mean, pilots make or break a show, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, and yeah, this one, I mean, I think this was well received. This was really well received
I believe that
at
it
the time.
was, and it looks that they're coming back for a second season.
Woo! All
Woohoo!
right.
The only holdup
Excellent.
is I can imagine that, I mean, we have some serious A-listers in this who
Serious.
probably
Yeah.
were being kept in glass bottles for the duration of, like, do you know how many studios would go under if these people got corona during pandemic?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Could not
I
afford
know.
the insurance.
They're in glass bottles just on a regular basis. And now that there's like COVID, they were like just traps, just
Yeah.
cages.
Yeah. Also,
Just,
I feel like they have the swag to be like, we'll come back when we come back.
yeah, when we're ready, when we're good and ready. Thank you.
We're good and ready.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And which
man.
brings me to how I am not looking forward to, how I am looking forward to. It's a mixed bag. Like all the coronavirus um content we're about to be hit with.
I don't want it.
Well, well, first of all, it's not over. It is
It's
not
still
over.
happening. So please don't. It is too soon.
It's too soon. It's too soon. Yeah. It's
Well,
way too soon.
that is gonna be very interesting, I think, as
Yeah.
we continue this podcast, to come across new shows.
Yeah.
Who's going to make that decision to keep corona in, to deal with it?
Right. Right.
Like, I feel like early on it was more like, should we, shouldn't we, and now everyone's so over it.
Yeah, everyone's so over it. And then there was that minute when in the beginning of the pandemic, and I guess I don't react the same way now, but in the beginning where when we were all kind of locked down in quarantine and really strict quarantine, and I would watch something and be like, have like a freak out about a crowd scene.
Yes,
Did you have that same feeling, like where it was
oh,
like,
I can't
you
believe they're
guys,
hugging
you
each
can't,
other. What's
yeah,
going
don't hug
on?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like this is a pre-COVID world. Like I don't, yeah.
What guys, you got to be careful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're on the ground. We're reporting on the ground. Just like
Yes,
boots on the ground.
throwing it to you live.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is a hard left, but I have a few
Please.
notes, and I had
Yes.
one line that I wanted to address that I
Yes.
thought was very funny
Can't
unintentionally.
wait.
At one point, Billy Crudup is talking about how they need to get rid of Alex.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
he refers to her as a widow because her work husband has just quote unquote died. And then
Right.
he says, nobody wants to watch a widow get fucked.
Yeah.
Now, now this is going to be an insight into my personality, guys. I immediately Googled widow porn, and he's lying. This is a straight up lie. There is a huge segment of the planet who does actually want to see exactly that. So, Mr. Evil Mustache, I think
Oh
methinks
my
thou dost
God.
protest too much. I think maybe we should check his search
Like,
history.
literally, that's all we want.
That is all
That's
I
what we
want.
want. We want to see this woman just be pushed off a cliff and then just like be kicked while she's down. That's what we want.
Oh my gosh. Or no, I mean like getting fucked, like having sex.
Oh, and literally, and also
Literally.
literally getting fucked.
I mean, because
Oh
when I
my
think about
God.
a sad woman who doesn't have her man around, I'm like, I want her to get some action.
I agree.
Want her to get her groove back. So
Yeah.
you know what, Billy Crudup? I say counterpoint.
We're gonna put a pin in that conversation.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the Nixon versus Frost face off. Where Jennifer Aniston's like, I'm gonna get this lady.
Yes.
You know
Except
what?
it was two women, which I loved. Yes.
You know, I love that. Yes. It was Murphy Brown versus Murphy Bacon. Oh my God. It was Sherwood Forest. Kimmy, isn't it something Sherwood for Kim? I'm trying to remember her character from Murphy Brown. Her Southern.
Yes, I do not remember that name.
Corky Sherwood Forest, because she was Corky Sherwood, and then she hyphenated when she got married, so she became Corky Sherwood Forest. It is a dumb joke that I have never forgotten.
Okay, I feel like we just nominated our next show.
Agreed.
So Murphy Brown, here we come.
Oh my God, Murphy Brown.
But yes, that face off. Ooh,
I loved it.
I loved it too.
Oh, I
just the drama, the heightening, the tension.
It reminds me of why I love shows with like restrained sort of white people just like telling each other off in the most polite way. Sort of like why I like watching The Crown, because you're like,
yes,
these are some amazing passive aggressive jabs, and I'm not really from that vibe.
Oh yeah.
So I have such an it's like being like someone who trained jujitsu really hard, still having an admiration for a different martial art.
Yeah, totally. It's like there's nothing like a white read. You know, you're just sort of like, did that just happen?
Like, I could have sworn it was a compliment when this started.
Yeah. You just, I feel like those are the ones I feel like I walk away and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I just got read to filth. I'm just tired.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, it hits you. It's like it hits you down the road.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Kind of like bad Mexican seafood.
Yeah.
It's a little suspicious to start, and it's not till later where you're like, I know what happened.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand why I'm just really uncomfortable. Like,
I understand the violence of this attack now.
Yeah, because it's just like it's wrapped in a bow, packaged nicely, and then you open the package and it's just like human shit. Just like,
but in the best clothes.
Oh yeah.
One other thing I thought at first, when Jennifer Aniston's character gets her driver, she's kind of tipsy. It was for the closet scene.
She wanted to go in early to the office. Early. Yeah. So
the
she
way
says.
That they portrayed her as sort of like that set of pajamas was so gorgeous.
Yes.
I don't own casual clothing that beautiful.
No, it was just beautiful. And then, Jennifer Aniston giving you just like a moment of her comedic, just, like talent just tiptoeing
Flexing a
around,
little. Mm-hmm.
being a little drunk. I
loved her a little drunk. Ugh.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
There's such powerful actors in this. So fun.
I will say we have women over a certain age with some
would
very
dare not
choice
be
roles.
And
that's, I mean, listen, yes, it is very white. It's very frustrating, certain things, but you know what? We will acknowledge when certain things, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you do have to be a rich white Jennifer Aniston to be able to play a role like this a lot of times. But,
right. But
the
she's doing
audience
it.
is there, guys.
I mean, and I think that was Reese's whole thing, right? Like, it was just like
100%.
the part started to not be there.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to start executive producing them yourself.
You got to Big Little Lies it. You got to get in there.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. But I just think so well cast.
Yes.
If not for the, which we've talked about with the asterisks, but what the racism capital R is not going to be dismantled by one Reese Witherspoon. Like it can't be. Yeah.
No.
So
but she's gonna try, y'all.
She's gonna try. She's gonna try. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining us today as we talked about how much we love the morning show and how much we can't wait to talk about it more. Next week, obviously, Murphy Brown.
Into it.
You can find me on IG at ChrisQ. You can find Miss Lisa
I am at Timmons Lisa on pretty much everything. And both of us are Pilots 101 podcast on wherever we are.
Everywhere.
If you're looking, that's where we are.
Yeah, that's right. We're everywhere you want to be.
And sometimes where you wish we weren't.
Right. Correct. Thanks again for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.